What is up, everyone? I know I've been talking about doing a setup video for the longest time, but as you guys can probably tell, I moved. Office space is a little bit bigger now. It's not in my bedroom anymore. I think it looks pretty clean. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But in today's video, just gonna give you guys a quick tour of where I game and shoot videos, and also where I edit. So, and then, a little bit of the rest of the office too, see all the stuff that I got. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel as well, and enjoy the setup tour. One last thing before we get into the setup tour, if you guys want to share your setups, check out my Discord channel, link in the description below, and look for the 2021 setup review tab. That one is going to be the place where I'm going to gather obviously your guys' stuff. If you want to show pictures or if you want to shoot a video and post it on YouTube, we'll leave a link to it in that channel. Then eventually I'll go through and give you guys reviews of your setups, maybe a couple of tips on how you can improve it, and also just to see what you guys are rocking. So if you want to share, feel free to check that out. Link is in the description below to my Discord channel. Starting off with my setup here, I basically have it separated into like a couple of different stations. So I have like my gaming and filming station like right here, which primarily I just game on this Acer monitor here. I do game a little bit on this Benq monitor, but not really too often because I don't really play a lot of story games. But this is mostly used for FPS games and what like that, since it's 270 hertz. Did a full review of both of these monitors, so I'll have links to those in the description if you want to check them out. Let's start off with my editing station right here. So I just got in a ton of stuff from GroveMade recently. One thing that I really like is this huge, and I mean huge, gray, it's like a felt desk pad, and it is reversible, so you can use it on either side. The texture of it is just really weird. It's not going to be the best for gaming, but it's fairly smooth and controlled. Like, you probably could use it for gaming if you want to, but I wouldn't really recommend it. But it looks fantastic, and like it's perfect with this wooden vibe that I got going on with this desk, and it ties in great with white LED lights in the back and whatnot. So I don't know, I just really like this huge gray desk pad. I'll leave link in the description below from GroveMade. I also got this notepad from them as well. As you can see, I had some very specific notes on there for today, or at least right now. So let's go ahead and cross that off. These are some of my favorite pens from Tool. Really nice to use. I love using these. Maybe if I use those in high school to get better grades. And I also had this pen holder from GroveMade, as well as this little mini plant holder, another mini plant holder over here, as well as this MagSafe charger for your iPhone. So it's pretty nice. You just drop your iPhone right on there and it starts charging. Obviously you can just use the regular MagSafe puck, but I think it looks a lot better when your iPhone is propped up and it's easier to view, kind of like this. So while I'm working, if I get a text or something, I can just glance over at my phone and read it, and yeah, it's pretty nice. Of course, the build quality of all these GroveMade products are absolutely insane. Like, it's just really good what you get, and the price that you pay is pretty fair as well. I'll be the first to tell you that none of their stuff is necessarily cheap, but it is pretty reasonably priced. And even the build quality of this brass keychain that I have from them, it's like a belt loop. So like if you wear pants with belt loops and whatnot, you just like slip it through and it just kind of hangs. But I just keep it in my pocket, to be honest, because I always wear joggers and whatnot. But the quality of everything that you get from GroveMade is insane. This notepad even, it's fantastic. I just love it. Anyways, I digress. Here's a little coaster so I don't get drinks on my desk. And getting back to my editing setup, so this is an MSI 5K ultrawide monitor that I reviewed last year, and I have like this little Benq light up top, so like if I'm working later at night, I can just hit this. I get some nice light on my desk. What do you see here? The Space Stellar 65. So I've been using this a lot recently as my gaming keyboard. Got some Texi diamond switches in there. I got to desolder them and lube them because like stock, they feel great, but they sound a little crunchy, so I got to fix that. But I do also have the matching Islander cable as well as the Islander keycap set, but the cable is from Space Cables that he sold while the group buy for the keycaps was running. My main editing mouse is the Roccat Comb Pro Air, and it's wireless, USB Type-C, really nice. So if my mouse ever dies, when I'm done, I can just plug it up with the USB-C cable that's plugged into my keyboard. One cable setup, I don't have to look for anything, which is really nice to have. And then this little remote just controls the AC unit that I have in here, because it gets super hot in this room, because my main PC is like so loud and so hot, it's a little ridiculous. So I had to get something that was gonna like cool off the room and make it usable. So sorry if you guys hear this in the background of most of my videos, because I try to cut it out with the audio editing and whatnot, but doesn't always work. Sometimes it's a bit louder. Sometimes it's a little quiet, but yeah, it does work well though. This room gets a little chilly now. So if you work from home and you do kind of have a hot space that you work in, I highly recommend getting this thing. It's like 300 bucks, but it's totally worth it. Anyways, over here, as you guys can see, like the mess of like products and stuff like that, this is just kind of like organization slash overflow station, just to kind of keep like projects that I'm like working on or like recently finished, like kind of organized and whatnot. Kind of, like I said, not fully, because I usually just grab something, I film a little bit of b-roll on this table right here, and then you know, I shoot like my main video portion over here with like all the lights and all that crazy stuff. But yeah, this is just kind of where I shoot the videos and whatnot. So as far as like the b-roll and stuff, so that's why you guys see this tabletop quite a bit. I got this from Flexi Spot. I'll leave a link to them in the description below. But I do love like this marble tabletop. I think altogether it was about maybe 260, 300 bucks, something like that. And then this little nifty thing is a nice little dolly. So you put your camera on it, and you guys have probably seen like recently I've been doing like a lot of like panning shots and whatnot. So you put your camera on it, use this little control, and you can like pause it, you can change directions. It's kind of nifty, and it was only like 70 bucks too. So anybody's trying to level up their video game, you can do so pretty easily and pretty affordable with this. That's just a little case for my Nintendo Switch. I don't really use it that much. I usually just use it to like put games in it and whatnot, but it's kind of cute like with the Animal Crossing stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I would take that out in public personally. But again, I also don't have time to game out in public, so there's that too. But over here again, I have my PC, have my PS5, have a keyboard that I built recently. This is the Ultrawide ID87 TKL. It's got underglow and whatnot. I usually use this on my editing desk, but once I fix the switches in my Stellar, I'll probably have that over here most of the time, and have this here because I like to have the TKL at the editing station. But yeah, I don't know, I keep both on the desk because sometimes I'm feeling 65%, sometimes I'm feeling a TKL. Now getting into the meat and potatoes, this is where I play games, this is where I shoot videos predominantly. So let's go ahead and talk about the mic setup real quick. This is a Rode pod mic connected to an Elgato Wave XLR, which is just a really easy way to use an XLR mic. And then the mic stand that I have is the Blue Compass, so really nice. I have these Logitech and THX speakers that also have a subwoofer that is down below. So sounds really good. And I think it was only like 140 or 150 bucks. Honestly, really hard audio to beat for that price, just to have some nice desktop speakers that has some really good definition and bass. Keyboard and mouse setup. This is just a keyboard I'm testing. It's a new keyboard from Pulsar, but we'll get into that when I shoot the full review and upload that pretty soon later this week. This is my custom painted Endgame Gear XM1R by Nacho Customs. I had them do like this white and blue fade with the orange bottom on the mouse, and I think it just looks super clean. Obviously these are my favorite colors, so I'm really glad that he was able to paint that mouse for me because it looks sick. I do have an Elgato Stream Deck that I use as far as my streaming PC, which is on. It's much quieter than my main PC, which I did a full video on this. I'll leave a link to that in the description below if you want to know more about my main PC. But it's got a 3090, it's got a 5900X, and a bunch of other stuff. So you can learn about that in that video that I'll have linked in the description below if you want to see all about my super fast gaming and editing PC. I have my camera like right over there. So what I have is just like these little quick release mounts that I can just throw my camera on and then take it off for when I need to shoot B-roll or whatever. I got another one for my top-down camera here. So this camera is the Sony A7C, which is like a smaller version of the A7 III. So like I just have a really lightweight lens on there. Stays up top, gets the top-down shot, shoots 4K, all that good stuff. And then I have my Acer Predator 27-inch monitor. It's 1440p and 240 hertz. My PS5 turned itself on. I don't know how exactly, but it just did. Then I also have this Benq Mobius ultra-wide. It's IPS and curved, has built-in speakers, perfect to use as a secondary display or streaming monitor and whatnot. So I do like this monitor quite a bit. I also have it hooked up to my main PC, so sometimes I'll play ultra-wide games on this, like if I'm playing a story game or a driving game. Really great experience. Has a G-Sync compatibility with the AMD FreeSync, but both of these do. Neither of them have like the native G-Sync, so to be frank, I hardly ever use it because it increases input lag just a little bit, but I do use it occasionally on the ultra-wide. Then you guys probably see like all of these like Elgato mounts and stuff like behind my monitors and stuff, but obviously you gotta have good lighting if you're gonna, you know, shoot videos and whatnot. So I have a couple of key light Air, so I have one there, one here, a full-size key light as like a fill light. to basically like light the product and light the top of my face as well. And then I also have this ring light that usually sits over here to do a better job of like balancing the shadows on the product, so you can see like from the front of it and the sides. There's not really a ton of shadow. There's a little bit over here, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal to, you know, basically put like another huge distracting light like right here. So yeah, that's pretty much how I film videos and whatnot. Main desk pad on my desk right now is the Odin Infinity. No, this is not the Infinity. This is the Zero Gravity. The Infinity is too fast for me personally, so it's not my favorite. It's a good hybrid pad if you want something really fast and affordable, but the Zero Gravity is still my preference, as I pretty much have like all the colors. So speaking of mouse pads, welcome to the closet of all my mouse pads and desk pads. I was gonna do like a mouse pad collection video. I still might, I don't know. Like I got the Bad Seed desk pad in here. Got the Glarsis mat. I can't remember what he called it, but I don't know. The Bruh mat, that's what it was. Couple pads from Elgato. This is the one he did with the Key Company. This is another one that he did with Odin. I have this one, and I also have, where's the V1? Somewhere in here. Oh, whoa. Got the Random Frank P desk pad. Oh my God, I don't know what I did with my V1 Odin and Elgato's desk pad. It's somewhere in here. Got the Elgato green screen desk pad too. I forgot I had that. I gotta use that in videos again. I got one from like Kinetic Labs. There's like so many, it's hard to show like all of them, so I'll probably do that video and like show you guys all like the desk pads that I have. So yeah, otherwise I have like some boxes up top, you know, just a little bit of general storage, some keyboard switches and things like that I still gotta lube up and whatnot. Speaking of keyboard switches, I got a nice little station over here with some switches, and then I have like 3 keyboards that I built most recently. Got the KBD67 Lite, a resin board, and then a custom like wooden resin board, one of one from somebody on Instagram. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video on this one soon on a different channel that I'll talk about later on. My Dell XPS 15. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I got some storage in here, like mostly just like stuff I don't really have time to organize to throw in this bin. And then I have like some mice, some more keyboards. Then I have like cables and whatnot in this top drawer, because they only need a skinny drawer because I only keep my favorites. So yeah, I got another one from Space in here. This one, oh, also from Space, from Custom Keys, Calamity. Let's see here, who else? More Custom Keys cables. Got a test cable in here. And yeah, so that's I got another test cable over here, that blue and white one. Couple Artisans. This is my lube station from Prevail. And then I have some camera gear in this one. So I got my lenses, got my Canon EOS R, and this older Canon lens that I just use an adapter that works perfectly on the EOS R. Let's see, more camera gear, another mic, a couple tripods, keyboard modding stuff, spray lube, all that good stuff, some other not spray lubes. And then this bottom drawer, just a bunch of overflow stuff, couple sky pads right here. I did just get this like huge, like industry crazy cracked out MKBHD color looking tripod. That thing is insane, bro. Like it's really sturdy, like it's really good, and it's really easy to like level stuff too. So like let's say like I've got to have it at like a weird angle, I can get it level like super quick and easy. And this fluid head is also really good for like panning shots and stuff, so just working on like my camera work and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. I got some light bars from Govee. I know you guys are gonna ask. So these are the Govee glides. Here's one here, and then there's another one that's behind my desk. I turned it off because like it was interrupting, you know, like me shooting and stuff like that, but it's a really cool light. It does have like full RGB control. Ah, look at that. Oh my god, the RGB-ness, it's crazy. But it gets super bright too, so I love it. Like when the lights are off and it's nighttime, not the daytime, like these light bars do some serious justice in this room. Like they do a really good job of pretty much lighting the room too. They're about $80 to $100 each. I got these for $80 a piece. From Govee's site directly, but you can also get them from Amazon, and sometimes they do have sales on Amazon where they're like $10 or $15 off too, so pretty fair. They go in and out of stock often because they're so popular. Like I've been seeing these in a lot of people's setups recently. So if you're interested in these lights, I would definitely look at them on Amazon whenever they go in stock. Sometimes Amazon, they say they're stocking them for like, you know, a couple weeks out, and then they ship them like way sooner. So I don't know, I would definitely consider getting them. These light bars are super cool. This one is a Govee light. That one is a Govee light as well. As far as like just behind my desk, it's just a little LED light strips. And then here I have an Elgato light strip as well, which is really nice because no matter what you have the brightness set to, it doesn't flicker on camera. And then let's see here, I got a Keychron K6, I believe is what it was called. This is just a wireless keyboard that I use for my streaming PC. Razer Orochi V2. I just use it because it's tiny and it doesn't have like a large footprint on my desk. Speaking of my streaming PC, it's down here and it's on right now. Like it's super quiet. I'll turn on my main PC so you guys can like hear it, but like it's a little ridiculous. But this one, it's got an i5-10400F and then an RTX 2060. So yeah, it's got the new Benq encoders, got the little Elgato what is it called, like the Cam Link 4K in there, and then the Elgato HD the 4K 60 capture card for like capture my stream PC and whatnot, and not stream PC, but the gaming PC. And yeah, it works really well. Have zero complaints. It's perfect for a streaming PC. To be honest, it's probably really good for like playing games and editing too, but that's why I've got this PC. I'll turn it on too so you guys can hear it, but like it's really loud. Then you guys, this is also my chair from Andecy. This one is the T Pro 2. It's like a cloth. And I'm really glad that I got this chair too, because since it's cloth and it gets really hot up here, if I had my old one that I have in my bedroom actually, but that one, it was like a leather material and like it got really hot and kind of sweaty. So like the cloth, it stays really cool and it doesn't get sweaty at all. So it's perfect. Like I love it. Super useful. And then as far as my main gaming headset, I'm still using the Astro A40 TRs with the Mixamp Pro down there, but big problem with the Astros. So I was gonna make a video about it, but I just haven't had the time recently. But as you can see, like it starts to peel, and this is after like 2 years of ownership, but I noticed this like a year in. So it's really ugly that these peel this bad. All the previous generations of Astros that I used to have never did this. So really sad to see that they changed up like their quality and whatnot. That was like recently, I think, after they got acquired by Logitech too. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, but I'm not thrilled with the newer build quality of the Astro headsets in later years. If you guys have any suggestions or other updates, then you know, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Always looking to improve. But yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing I did forget to mention, the wooden posts that I have mounted that are separate behind my desk, so that like my overhead camera and my light don't wobble at all. So that's pretty nice. Before, like I had everything mounted to my desk and it was pretty annoying when like I would shake my table a little bit, then the camera would shake. So yeah, that was just like a little quality of life improvement that I thought was pretty nifty. Screwed it into the studs in the wall, and yeah, eliminated that whole wobble problem. If you guys are YouTubers or aspiring to be and you want to do overhead shots, highly recommend that you do the same thing. Or you can get like a C-stand and stuff like that, but that takes up like way more space, and I wanted something that was a little bit more incognito that I didn't have to worry about like maneuvering around and stuff in my room. But in the setup tour, you guys probably noticed it, but it blends in pretty nicely, I think. That's all I got. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching.